So, here we are in Forest Hills, Queens. We've been here before. It's a little bit more of a... It's more of a serious topic here that we'll discuss, and that is the son of Sam murders, specifically two that happened.
Turn right onto Burnt Street, then turn right onto 71st Avenue.
Right in close proximity to each other. So from we are in Forest Hill, Queens. So from the summer of 1976 to about 1977, early parts of 1977, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, the local, all of the local New York City area, for that matter, was terrorized. Would turn to pass, it would be known as the Son of Sam killings. And actually, we're not too far too on a unrelated note. Next to Kew Gardens, which is the Genovese crime, if you're familiar with that, where the story goes where a lot of people heard cries for scream and help, and no one helped. Everyone just assumed the other person would do it. But anyway, we're approaching 4 Dartmouth Street off of Continental Avenue in Forest Hills. So on March 8th, a Forest Hills resident here, Miss Virginia, life cut way too short, was came across with a sadistic killer just on her way from attending classes at a college in Manhattan, when the Son of Sam Berkowitz approached her as she was walking right in front of 4 Dartmouth Street, which is right here, which is just minutes away from her home on Exeter Street. Just mere moments. Realizing what was about to happen, she tried to put her books up in front of her to protect her face. However, that's really was no match for a gun, and it struck her in the head, and it had killed her. This neighborhood now, as it's always been since I could remember growing up in the neighborhood, well, close to this neighborhood, it's very well-to-do, very very well-to-do, and that's the front of 4 Dartmouth Street. As you can see, in January of 1977, we're still in Forest Hills as I cross the street near a train as well. And unthinkable happened here again. So in January of 1977, as I'm in Studio Station Square, rather than Forest Hills, which is right next to Dartmouth, there was another killing. This is before the one in Dartmouth. A couple were in their car in Station Square, just talking. Unexpectedly, Son of Sam, David Berkowitz, just walked up on him into the car, and without saying a word, just walked up and shot them. A very horrific, unthinkable, disgusting. As you can see how Station Square looks like nowadays. Those would be outside. Look how this is how it looks modern day. Supposedly they say, it happened apparently right across the street from the Forest Hills Inn, which is this building right here. So it would have happened right around in this place, that area. You know, the story goes, they say that supposedly Son of Sam is born again. A little too late for that. As in case you guys were wondering, these are private streets in Forest Hills here. So we will just take you on a ride back into, now that I was able to get my vehicle, just go around, because we just left it. There was no parking zone there, but we're gonna swing back around. That way you could see how Station Square looks like. Very scenic. So it's kind of within reason, you know, it's a good place to take a date. Very scenic, very a nice feel to it. And this is actually Dartmouth here to my left. You guys probably can't see it, but we'll go around Station Square. This is Forest Hills Inn, where they apparently were directly across from Forest Hills Inn, where the accident did happen. And going around here in the neighborhood. Just to reiterate how close Miss Virginia was to her home. Here's for Dartmouth, and just literally just steps away from her house where she was living, and I'm going to show you the steps. Also close, and just so tragic. She was right there, and just unable to escape a monster. Going straight down here. Exeter Street. This was her street right here. This was her block. How was that? By car, what? 3 minutes, 2-minute walk. 2-minute walk from where her home was. What a damn monster. That's it for this video, guys. I hope all is well. And I'll chat with you guys very soon. Take care. All right, so we're now in Floral Park, or Belrose, actually. One crime scene. It's on the border of Queens, I guess, Long Island, Queens, Nassau County. We're at a scene where one of the where there was a crime scene of Son of Sam. Both individuals. One became paralyzed from the waist down. Another one fully recovered. But they were sitting on the victim's porch, and just really was never able to fully recover. It's just a really tragic story. We're going to the house. And they were, 2 young girls just sitting on their porch, and tragedy strikes. So the addressing system has looks like it changed, but based on math and just common sense here, there is no. This would be the house. Right on those steps. It's now looks like a bagel chain restaurant, 210-22 in Bayside, but it was actually home of a disco. Elvis was the name of the disco during the 70s, and a young couple leave the disco, which is right here, walk up the block in Bayside. Very affluent area. It was an affluent club, upper middle class. It was a hot spot, disco nightclub, and people were wild, young and free, and weren't afraid to go out. It was a different time, and it was around 3:30 in the morning. They had left the disco. Out here in New York, even now, pre-COVID, clubs would close 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Not like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 in certain areas. So they cross this street. They go into a Cadillac that's parked right in front of a residence. This is a two-way street. I'm not sure if that was the case before, but it would be right along this path here. And it will be right in front of this house. They had their vehicle, and they would be so they would be parked like right around here where this Honda is, this Jeep, and they were attacked and shot. Both of them luckily did survive on this corner house. It was funny because you could see the club was right up that block, and it was actually a couple of blocks. So Son of Sam was very ballsy, because the cops precinct is actually just a few streets away. It was on maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. So the police were an arm shot away. And still, and you figure he'd done his research, his area. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe that's how just ballsy he was. But, you know, this is the street where there were 2 shooting victims. Son of Sam, Bayside.